G'day mates, welcome back to Car of the Week. It's no secret we're a fan of a good Subaru around here, so I thought I'd do a Forester, seeing as how many come through the shop. But the guys seem to be working on this one. I'll probably talk about this one instead. Cross Sports? What does that mean? It's time for Car of the Week. Most people will be familiar with the Subaru Forester. It's been around in one form or another since 1998 here in Australia. Now this is a JDM one. The Forester Cross Sports brings back the 2-litre turbo EJ engine instead of what we had here in Australia on the Forester XT, the EJ25. If you're into your Japanese cars, or even cars at all, you've probably heard Subarus do head gaskets, which yes, they do, if you don't look after them. The head gaskets in the XT, the turbo one we had here in Australia, it's actually pretty good unless you let it run out of coolant. Good maintenance, keep an eye on temperature. It's pretty easy to avoid the odd head gasket. The naturally aspirated EJ25 Foresters, yeah, that single layer head gasket, no good. Whenever we get them through the shop, we always use the head gasket from the turbo, so it doesn't happen again. The EJ20 is a more reliable engine than the EJ25. If you manage to do a head gasket in one of these, kind of deserve it. Given that the only way to have one of these on the road in Australia is by privately importing one, it's a bit refreshing to see one of these on the streets. See the extra kit you get on them. This body kit is unique, as are a few other treats. Anyway, things I like about it. The seats in these are a bit nicer than mine. I'm fairly certain my XT come with a luxury pack which gives you the full leather seats. These are a mixture of leather and cloth, and they've got just a bit of extra bolstering, which I'm not at all jealous about. This double dim display being on top of the center console, I'm quite certain wasn't an Australian option, or if it was a very expensive one. You just don't see them here. I imported the shell of this from Japan to move my head unit up to make it a bit more easy to use on the road. Does anyone speak Japanese? It takes very little to get an excellent sound out of these EJ flat 4 boxer engines. Just this aftermarket muffler helps release that sweet, sweet boxer sound. Being a tried and true Subaru engine, there's no shortage of parts even here locally for the EJ20. Very handy when you've imported it from Japan. Just don't get it too dinged up. Things I don't like about it. Nothing, it's a Forester. As much as I'd like to think that, nothing's perfect. This is an auto, and I'm not being that guy. You drive what you like and enjoy. But these are not the strongest gearboxes in the world. So whilst these are a great cruising car, if you plan on turning it into a Subaru powerhouse, probably not my first choice. Yeah, despite the size of the thing, unless you've got really small kids, just can't really see this working. Given the age of these cars, they're making really good cars for P-platers, but trying to get your mates in here and just going for a short cruise, that's not what I'd call comfortable. Being a pillarless door design does look fantastic, but a common problem with these, and other cars that have pillarless windows, is as the rubber gets older and deteriorates and cracks, you get air coming through it, which makes an annoying whistle. And there's some fairly simple fixes, but so annoying. And if I'm going to be really, really, really picky, I prefer the looks of the first series SG. This is still nice, but here's an example. But the reason the Cross Sports is Car of the Week is that it's same, but different. It's attainable for a lot of people, price-wise. There are places that exist just to get cars from Japan to you. Iron Chef, probably the first one I'd pick if I went down that route. Check them out, they've got good stuff. This is a unique take on something we've had in the Australian market for a long time. Subaru Forester, SG, Series 2, Cross Sports. Car of the Week.
You're a winner!
If you've gone to the effort of getting yourself one of these, or perhaps even the STI, let me know in the comments below. As always, mates, be kind to each other, but don't forget to be kind to yourself. See you on the next one.